Good evening. As you can see the countdown, we're going to get started in just about 4 minutes. I want to make a couple of quick announcements before we get started. Thank you for those of you that brought balloons. If you have balloons, you do need to stay in the back so we don't block the view of everyone else. Also, it is very important that you stay seated and you do not approach the stage during the ceremony. As a gift from Maya High School, we will be providing a free 5x7 professional photograph of each graduate receiving their diploma here on stage. So you do not need to approach the stage and take any photos because we're going to give you a gift of a free professional 5x7 of your graduate. Por favor, quedan en sus asientos durante esta ceremonia. Vamos a dar una fotografía gratis profesional de cada graduado. Es un regalo de Maya High School. Entonces, por favor, quedan en sus asientos durante toda la ceremonia. Y vamos a empezar en 3 minutos. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. If you haven't already done so, please silence your cell phones. I'm John Anderson. I'm the principal of Maya High School, and I'll be leading you through tonight's exercises. As I already mentioned, please stay in your seats throughout the ceremonies. We will be providing a free professional photograph of each graduate receiving their diploma here on stage. So, out of respect for the other graduates and families, please stay seated and do not approach the stage. At this time, please join the graduates and rise for our national anthem. As I stated earlier, I am John Anderson, the principal of Maya High School, and I'd like to introduce our guests on stage. Furthest to my left is Mr. Eddie Wheeler, representing the Leona Group Charter Management Organization. Mr. Welsh, Innovative Instruction Guru, and Mr. Ortiz, Assistant Principal. I just have a few quick words to share. Once again, good evening, graduates, family, friends, and distinguished guests. On behalf of the graduating class of 2022, and with great Maya pride, I would like to thank you for attending these commencement exercises for Maya High School. Because as these graduates well know, we are commencement. Most people hear that word and they think of a graduation. They think of ending of school. Graduates, I have a question for you. Does anyone know what commencement actually means? When you commence something. The beginning. Who was that? Right here. The beginning. You can't say that getting an education does not pay, because I have here, for my man who knows the definition, that commencement is beginning, a $5 bill. Commencement, ladies and gentlemen, is a beginning. Graduates, this isn't the end. This is a beginning. So keep that in mind. You deserve tonight, graduates. It was not given to you. You earned it, but you had support along the way. You became part of the Maya family. One of the graduates shared with me that in the years that they've been at Maya, they've come to love the faculty, the campus. It's a home away from home, and they feel love. Not too many high schools can say that students feel love from their school. Speaking of strength and love, these graduates know how we define Maya Strong. It's on the banners behind me. All in, any challenge, no excuses. Some of the graduates here before you were all in, going to class from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., longer than a regular school day, and even taking an additional class online to get here tonight. Others accepted any challenge. because they had to work full-time. They helped the family pay bills, and they still were full-time students, earning and passing their classes. Some rode buses over 90 minutes each way to continue to attend school at my high school. And others made no excuses when they enrolled at Maya High School. They did not have a stable place to call home, or they were refugees from another country, and they did not make excuses. That's truly Maya Strong. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the teachers, the staff, all the employees that work at Maya High School that have supported and worked with these students on their way to tonight. So if you work at Maya High School, would you please stand and be recognized? These educators truly do love your graduates, love your students. And in fact, the students hear me say this several times a week on the announcements, that if no one has told you yet today that they love you, I do. Your Maya Strong teachers and staff do, and we always will. I want to also further recognize that many of you helped these students along the way. Maybe you had to throw cold water on them to get them out of bed to get to school. But there's a special person out here in the crowd. So graduates, at this time, would one person from each graduate family and guest stand, and graduates have a special token of appreciation, a token of love from the Maya family to you for supporting these students on their path to a high school diploma. Go with your rose. You're not going to find too many high schools where you can interact with the graduates during the ceremony. Come on back, graduates. Come on back. Come on back, graduates. There's plenty of time for photos. As I mentioned earlier, and these students representing All In, Any Challenge, No Excuses, it builds off our school's mission, vision, and principles. And we have 5 core principles. In fact, we call our students of the week Maya MVPs because they represent our mission, vision, and principles. And one of my favorite principles of my high school is the last one, number 5, because it says so much about these students when they come through the doors of Maya High School for the first time. Students, does anyone remember principle number 5 or part of principle number 5? What if I got you started? I know it's a final test. We are the authors of our future. What's the rest? Adelina, I think that was Adelina. She said, so I asked, principle number 5, we are the authors of our future, and then she's going to finish it.
Our past does not define us.
our past does not define us. So you can't say that. So you can't say that learning does not pay off, because here's $20 for Adelina. So graduates, one last quick lesson. You've heard the saying, you are what you eat, right? You've all heard that? Yes? Okay. Well, there's something more important and more powerful in your life than that saying. And it's, you are what you think. You are what you think. And if you think gratitude, you think of every day, every single day, there's something that you can be grateful for in your life. And if you remember that and you end your day thinking of 3 things that you're grateful for, starting with at least 1, but I bet there's always at least 3. Starting with just that you woke up and yet you breathe and you have life. Be grateful for that and start from that point, and you can have an amazing life. It won't always be easy, but it can be an amazing life if you think gratitude. What's the word? Gratitude. What's the word over here? Gratitude. Think gratitude. So I'm going to share a poem to close my thoughts by Marianne Williamson. And graduates, I want you to listen to this closely as the final thought. Our greatest fear, it is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it's in all of us. It's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. We are liberated from our own fear. Our presence automatically liberates others. That's by Marianne Williamson. Graduates, I want you to move forward and let the accomplishments, let the skills that you have developed over these years in high school shine and go forth and be unstoppable. And one last thing, this is from me, this is from Mr. Anderson. I don't want anyone, and especially you, to ever think that education doesn't pay, because education is something that can never be taken away from you, and you can always capitalize on it. So I know that you're going to get some gifts tonight, and I know it's not much, but this is from me personally, from Mr. Anderson. Inside your diploma cover is $5 from that's from me to each of you, graduates. And I want you to remember this moment right now. I want you to remember this moment. Do whatever you decide to do with that $5. But you can never, ever, for the rest of your life, say that education doesn't pay, okay? Because I just paid you $5 each. At this time, I would like to introduce our first graduate speaker. It's an individual who also defines all in, any challenge, and no excuses. He came to Maya not being able to speak much English at all, but he's going to do a speech in English right now. He had to adjust to living in a new household with while his family was split between two countries. When the pandemic started, he took on the responsibility of working 2 jobs to support his family while balancing his academic responsibilities. He took on all these challenges head on and graduated salutatorian second in his class with a grade point average of 3.75. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 salutatorian from my high school, Mr. Randy Rodriguez Avila.
Welcome, undergraduates, friends, family, and Leona guests. Tonight is an important night for all of us. We did it. For some of you guys, receiving this diploma is just a piece of paper that you get to take home and have it as a proof of your education. But there are many more ways we can see this piece of paper. Think about all of the effort we put into every class and learn each and every single credit we needed. I want to acknowledge every one of us because I strongly believe that we had it more difficult due to the pandemic, which started almost 3 years ago. This was a really challenging journey to overcome. And not just for us as students, also the teachers and magic staff, who were always looking for ways to give us the best support and education, even when the circumstances kept changing and changing. And I don't want to forget the huge support from our parents and guardians. I came to the US almost 3 years ago, a couple months before COVID. I left my family and friends seeking a better life. I enrolled at Maya, barely speaking any English, and I remember being ashamed of talking to other people because I truly didn't know what they were saying. And it was frustrating not being able to express myself how I wanted to. Although, it still happens to me sometimes. And it's a process, and I'm still learning day to day. When I got to Maya, I was amazed by the diversity of students we have. Many people from different countries and cultures sharing a classroom. I also learned many lessons with my classmates and built many memories that will stick with me forever. During online classes, I got to a point when I got tired of just being at my house. Some days, I didn't even want to open the Chromebook because I was just frustrated with the situation. So I decided to get a job at Panda Express so I could distract myself from being at my house and also be able to support my family with the bills. And it worked. Finally, we were allowed to come back into in-person classes, and that's when it got rough again. Finding the balance between work and school was something really hard for me, and I know many of you felt or have felt that way. There were some days I didn't have the energy to work until 12:30 or 1 a.m. and woke up at 6:45 or 7 for school. It was a big challenge, but I made it. I worked for it, gave it my best, and here's the result. I know it seems really hard or impossible, but if we are here, it's because it's achievable. I would like to say some words to my family and friends in Spanish. Quiero agradecer a todos los que me apoyaron durante esta jornada, y en especial a mis abuelos que están aquí presentes, siempre apoyándome en lo que me propongo, y para mí ellos son algo muy importante, porque cuando llegué a los Estados Unidos con las manos vacías, ellos fueron los que me dieron un techo y los recursos necesarios para salir adelante, en este país que para mí era un mundo nuevo y totalmente distinto a lo que estaba acostumbrado. Y repito, que yo pensaba que era imposible, pero a lo largo de mi estancia aquí, he comprobado que por más difícil que sea, nada es imposible. Y solo depende de nosotros si tomamos ese reto o no. Like I said earlier, at first, I thought all of this new life was something impossible for me. But along this almost 3-year journey, I demonstrated to myself, yes, it is really hard and challenging. It seems impossible, but it is not. And then it's up to us if we decide to take a challenge or not. Thank you.
Our next graduate speaker is our Valedictorian, which means he has the highest grade point average in the graduating class. It is my honor to introduce him this evening. He came to Maya as a freshman and was focused on graduating from the get-go. He took on 5 classes. Full-time is 3, so he had 2 additional classes. Pushed himself to the highest levels of academic achievement so he could graduate as a junior this evening. He's heading to Arizona State University in the fall, and he goes along with a partial scholarship. He was an active member of the Maya Outdoors and Hiking Club, and he has been the recipient of multiple weekly MVP awards. Please join me in welcoming 2022 Maya Valedictorian, Mr. Anton James.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Anton James, and I am extremely pleased to welcome all the students, graduates, staff, faculty, Leona guests, and family. I know time is limited, which makes it one of the most prized possessions everyone in this room possesses. I would like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to join us tonight. We, the Maya family, have come to celebrate and honor the class of 2022 as we congratulate them on their successful completion of high school. All of us in this room are unique individuals with our own experiences and stories. Today, I would like to share my story at Maya High School. In 2019, I came to Maya with my sister, Faith Bedoni, who had introduced me to this wonderful Maya family. The first year here, I maintained the typical school experience. Go to school, do the work, occasionally talk to a new person, join a club, and finally go home. Coming to the end of the school year, the unimaginable happened. A once-in-a-century pandemic hit. It forced all of us to isolate ourselves, and it forced us to go on online learning. I, like many of my graduates, can agree online learning was not the best for our productivity and social needs. Miraculously, school would return. This year, my final year, I knew it was my time to step into the spotlight and create my own path. As the days grew shorter to the start of the school year, fear rapidly began to engulf me. Fear of loneliness, fear of interacting with new people, fear of comparison, fear of doing things on my own, fear of not being able to truly express myself, fear of not having fun. The greatest fear of all was navigating through life. Over the course of this year, the experiences with the people I had met taught me one thing. You can't let fear stop you from doing what will make you great, nor stop you from what will make you successful. To be honest, I didn't get less afraid. I got more braver. Brave enough to take on my fears as challenges. I challenged myself to meet new people, to express my unique identity, to ask for help, to create my own path towards a successful life. As a result of changing my perspective of my fears, I had met the greatest friends and fellow graduates, Aliana Wright and Peter Pena Hasso. Thanks to their encouragement, they helped me express who I am. They have also helped me create bonds and lasting memories. Additionally, I met Miss Korea. She helped me when I was lost on my path to college. I was certain I wanted to go to Arizona State University. Thanks to her help, I was not only accepted to ASU, but I received a partial scholarship for the fall. This is a great breakthrough for me, my family, and Maya. For I am the first to attend a four-year university in my family, and I am also the first to be admitted straight from ASU from Maya High School. In conclusion, this would not have been possible without building the confidence to take on my fears, and without my family at home and at Maya. I would like to thank all the staff for providing the guidance, support, and believing in all of us. We truly thank you. To my family, I thank you for your love as we struggle through thick and thin to get to this place and time to witness this moment. To all of the graduates, as we make our way into another phase of our life, I would like you to remember this advice given by philosopher William Christian. Try daily to get out of your comfort zone. You will slowly become more confident. Then you will feel like you can conquer anything. Walk into a room and don't think, who will like me here? Think the opposite. Think, who will I like here? Once again, congratulations, class of 2022. We did it, and thank you very much.
Nice job. Nice job. Before we move on to what we've all been waiting for, which is to see the graduates announced and come across the stage, this is a special moment each graduation for me. And again, I want you to remember principal number 5, and I hope some of you remember Maya principal number 5 tonight, which is our past does not define us. We are the authors of our future. Many of these graduates, as I said earlier, have some incredible pasts, but they did not let it hold them back. They lived Maya strong, all in any challenge, no excuses. And I'd like to acknowledge several of them right now. Graduates, they weren't prepared for this, by the way. Graduates, if you are the first in your family to graduate high school in the United States, please stand and be acknowledged. If you're the first in your family to graduate high school with a high school diploma, please stand. Thank you, graduates. You could be seated. So I have another challenge for you. I was the youngest of 5, and I was the first in my family to graduate from college. So I hope many of you not only become, after being the first in your family to graduate high school, are also the first to graduate college as well. Just as a reminder, as I stated earlier, please do not approach the stage. We do have a professional photographer who will get a great shot of your graduate receiving their diploma. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mr. Eddie Wheeler from the Leona Group Charter Management Organization. He is here this evening on behalf of the governing board to certify the graduating class of 2022. Mr. Wheeler.
Good evening. On behalf of the governing body of Maya High School, it is my pleasure to certify that these students have completed all the requirements to be awarded a high school diploma in the state of Arizona. I now ask Principal Mr. Anderson to present the graduates for diplomas.
Zaid H. Almamori. Mohammed A. Al-Mansour. Hamza Alodat. Delilah Marie Amesquita. Matthew Clarence Ashcraft. Arlie Astorga Tamayo. Iker Barrios y Barrios. Brandon Wesley Carson. Savea Caston. Duran Charles Clardy. Keilani Guadalupe de la Haran. Bruno Diaz Montero. Tajane Diggs. Angela Favela Martinez. Angel Fernandez. Josuel Fernandez. Adrian Alexis Franco Manzaneres. Marcos Antonio Gallardo. Christian Garcia. Dayanara Gonzalez. Rachel Malia Hester. Jasmine Angel Yellow. Valedictorian Anton James. Daisha Latasha Lachey Jones. Kalisha Renee Knight. Sundis Koiter. Grace Lufombo. Emily Guadalupe Lopez Garcia. Javier Alejandro Luna. Anastasia Kinye Lyons. Fernando Mendoza. Jeremiah Mercado. Yaritza Alejandra Molina. Giselle Mukamuhire. Eliza Marine Musgrave. Jose Sebastian Osuna Coronado. Peter Peña Jasso Jr. Madison Michelle Peralta. Evelyn Guadalupe Piñón Rivera. Paula Rengal. Spirit of Leona recipient Adelina Michaela Rodriguez. Brady Rodriguez Avila. Salutatorian Randy Rodriguez Avila. Angel Thomas Ponciano Romero. Francisco Santana Romero. Ivan David Ruiz Guzman. Oscar Salazar. Melinda Cruz Salinas. Jose S. Sandoval Martinez. Dante Xavier Spurgeon. Victorina Tambwe. Luis Daniel Villalobos Para. Ayana Neve Warren. Brandon J. Williams. Aliana Erin Wright.
Once again, please remain seated and allow all the graduates to exit to outside, and you can meet them outside for photos. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage the 2022 Spirit of Leona recipient, graduate Adelina Rodriguez. Adelina will lead the class in the traditional turning of the tassel. Adelina?
It is an honor to be standing here today as a 2022 graduate of Maya High School. Will the class of 2022 please rise? As a traditional symbol that we are now official high school graduates, please join me in moving your tassel from the right to the left. Congratulations.
I have one final announcement, but before that, I'm going to invite all of you to join me because you are now, since you've attended our commencement exercises, part of the Maya family. So please join me one last time for these graduates. We are Maya! We are Maya! We are Maya! I am proud to present to you the 2022 graduated class of Maya High School.
Sure to stay with me. Yeah, man. If we're gonna share. Anytime.